Let's take you back now to our story from earlier on, the tragic crash involving a truck and a minibus taxi at Van Reenen's Pass, which claimed the lives of 17 passengers, is believed to have been caused by reckless driving. We talked to KwaZulu-Natal Road Traffic Inspectorate spokesperson Sindi Msimang for more. Sindi, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. We learned, of course, of the tragedy that unfolded yesterday evening on the N3 at Van Reenen Pass. Talk to us as we reflect on the state of the road at the moment, what it's looking like, and what are the areas of concern. Hi, Sindi, are you with us?
Yes, hello, Paul. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Just talk to us about the state of the N3 Van Reenen Pass, what it's looking like since the tragedy that unfolded yesterday.
Well, we've got traffic officers that are satelliting in that area since it is an area of concern, because in that vicinity, the vision is compromised due to a heavy rain sometimes, or drizzling, or it could be that it is misty. So we've got traffic officers that are satelliting in that area just to ensure safety in that vicinity.
What would you say are some of the challenges at hand? I mean, we know that for one, we've seen heavy rainfall across various parts of the country, including KZN, and we're yet to see even more rainfall in the next coming days.
Yes, of course, as the South African Weather Forecast has highlighted the fact that the province would be experiencing, some parts of the province would be experiencing heavy rainfall. So we just like to urge the road users to adhere to all the rules of the road, to adhere to the safe following distance when traveling in this kind of weathers. And we'd just like them to buckle up, to decrease the speed, because there is no point of you accelerating on inclement weather conditions. You are just applying for carnages like the one that happened yesterday. So we just like to urge the drivers to behave, to apply good driver behavior, because bad driver behavior and the combination of inclement weather results in these carnages like the one that we saw yesterday in Van Reenen's Pass.
And as you talk about that accident, I mean, we understand that a preliminary report with more extensive details is one that you had your hands on. Talk to us a little bit about some of those findings and what was contained within it.
Well, what is said, Poi, is that the driver of the heavy motor vehicle fled the scene. So it is really heartbreaking that a person can commit such and then not be able to now sit and face the consequences if he was found to be wrong, because the investigation is still ongoing. However, it is disappointing that the driver of the heavy motor vehicle fled the scene, and it is really heartbreaking that only one survivor is a child, or rather a baby who is 1 year old. So more detailed, obviously the spokesperson of the MEC will give more details on the preliminary reports.
Yeah. I mean, the driver fleeing the scene is of big concern. Are you telling me that between yesterday and today, officials haven't managed to find the driver?
This investigation is still ongoing, and they managed to trace the company where the driver works, and there are some investigations that are going on just to actually find the driver. SAPS and RTI are working tirelessly to ensure that they found the driver of the heavy motor vehicle.
The survivor, a toddler, I mean, who's, I understand, in hospital. Is there any more details on the toddler, the gender, the age, and also just an understanding of what happens from this point, the dependents or those who will be caring for the toddler?
At this moment, it is very hard to say, Paul, but all we know is that the toddler is a 1 year old, and the toddler is recovering in hospital. And remember, these people are from Eastern Cape, so there has been some communications with the families, of course, but the child is recovering in hospital.
I would imagine that today a lot of the loved ones of those who passed on in that accident were reaching out, trying to establish some of the finer details. How are you managing that process, and what have you been confronted with?
Can you please come again? I didn't hear that.
Just the loved ones of the occupants who lost their lives in this accident. What has the approach been, as today might have been an important point for them to try and get more details about their loved ones and also establish some of the finer details? How has that entire process been managed?
Okay, that process has been managed by the Office of the MEC, and Mr. Sibi will have more details based on that, because they are the ones that are dealing with those kind of situations. The MEC's office is dealing with that case and how they're going to communicate with the families.
And Sindi, very lastly, a lot of other people are still driving and coming back from holiday, and they will continue to pass on that road. What advice would you give to passengers, to drivers alike, as they pass and drive and head back to their destinations?
Look, all we are just saying that the rules of the road, the road have never changed, but the people or the drivers rather are doing their own things on the road. We just like to urge them to adhere to the rules of the road. We just wish that we could have a good working relationship, if I may put it like that, with the drivers of the vehicles, because law enforcement can do so much. But the drivers also, they need to come to the party. They need to also contribute on their side, because we can come up with all the strategies in the world to curb these carnages. But if the drivers of these motor vehicles are not doing their part, we'll end up in a situation like this, like the accident that happened in Reenen yesterday, and other more carnages that had happened. So all we just want to wish to say to the drivers is to play your part. Please adhere to the rules of the road, decrease the speed. There is no need for you to speed in inclement weather conditions. That is all we are pleading as a Department of Transport and Road Traffic Inspectorate. We are tired of these carnages. If they could comply, we could get better results than what we are at the moment, because we are not looking good as a province in terms of carnages and fatalities.
And quick one, do you think that there's room for improvement when it comes to the condition of Van Reenen, and perhaps what could be done to curb more of these deadly accidents?
Look, as a department, we have a satellite station in Van Reenen that was open in early festive season, just because we wanted to be prompt in response to incidents like this, and to be highly visible in that area, because it's been a problem. Van Reenen's past has always been a problem. So the department is also putting some strategies to ensure safety in that vicinity. But clearly, it's not only just the law enforcement agencies that can contribute toward this. It needs to be a joint contribution from the law enforcement officers as well as the drivers, because we are trying our best as the law enforcement agencies to put some efforts in curbing the carnages in that area. But clearly, because now we are on our own, if only the drivers could put a bit of efforts in improving their behavior on the road, this could also bring some changes and maybe decrease these carnages that we're experiencing in the province.
Very well. Thank you so much, Sindi. Thanks for speaking to us this evening. KwaZulu-Natal Road Traffic Inspectorate spokesperson Sindi Msimang.